Okay, so we'll go to the local server. Actually, let me just make sure it's running. WAMP. Okay, and okay, so that's running, and so I'm going to go to my web server directory, WAMP, and I'm going to create a new directory. So I already have some there, but we'll just do, so let's call it WordPress 3. Okay. So if I go there here, oops, localhost WordPress 3. Okay, so far nothing's in there. So now I'm going to go to where my WordPress file downloaded, and I'm going to drag this over here and extract. See what I did? I right-clicked and dragged, and then I got options. Okay, so let's take it out because this is a redundant folder. So I'm going to go in here and just cut everything and paste it here. Okay, and we're going to delete this. So now let's refresh and see what we have. Okay, so now the install is pretty straightforward. It has almost like an install wizard. And we have to do some stuff in the database, but I think it should prompt us to do that. So let's see how far we can go. So it says there doesn't seem to be a config file. Do you want to create it? So let's create it. Okay. So in order to get started, we're going to need a couple of these things. So let's do this in advance. Okay. So we'll go to our WAMP, and we'll go to phpMyAdmin, and so let's move it over to the side, and we'll go into our database. Okay, so we're going to create a new database. Create database, and we'll just call it WordPress. Oh, I already have it. Let's call it WordPress 3. Okay, and then we need to, with WordPress 3, we need to create a user. So users. So let's add a user. We'll call it WordPress and localhost, and we'll just call it password and password. Okay. And grant database with same name and grant all privileges. Oh, create database. So, we could have done that. Okay, I wonder if that will. So we need to check all for WordPress. Okay, and then we're going to click go. So I've added a user, and let's edit the privileges. And is this associated with? Yes. Okay. Database grant. So I'm going to edit, so it's no. So I have to edit the privileges, and where's grant? Table specific. Add privileges. No, where is? Actually, let's see how far we can get. Let's see if WordPress will be okay with that. Oops. Maybe we should go from the table. Let's go to WordPress 3. Oh yeah, because it's not WordPress, it's WordPress 3. So we have to let's go back here. We have to go to users and WordPress. Let's edit and database. How do we? Oh, you know what? I might have already had. Let me create a new. Let me do this. We're going to go to localhost. I'm going to. I want to remove this database. How do we do this? More operations. Drop the database. Yes. Okay. We're going to do it this way. We're going to go to users. We're going to add a user called WordPress 3, localhost, password, create database with same name, and grant all privileges. Okay. Go. Passwords aren't the same. Okay. Go. Okay. So now we have a table and a user. So let's go back to our WordPress install. So we've created a database to support WordPress, and WordPress is going to create all the tables that it needs automatically. So let's go. Let's do it. So WordPress database was 3. The username was WordPress 3. The password was password, localhost, and so this is just a table prefix. We can just leave it as is. That's fine. So that it's just going to put that at the beginning of all the tables. So let's click submit. And see, all right, Sparky. They're kind of fun. Okay, so now we're going to give it a site title. Let's just call it Carmen's Site for now. Username. So now this is a username for WordPress. So let's say Carmen is the username, and we'll make password the password also. And it's telling me it's very weak. And you should actually use very strong passwords because WordPress is really popular, and there are a lot of like bots that will try and hack into your site. My WordPress site has been hacked quite a lot. So there's actually WordPress plugins specifically made to prevent that kind of stuff, or help prevent that kind of stuff. Okay. It's okay. You can just leave it as WP. Okay. So now we'll just give it my email. I think this will be if we want to reset our password, then it will send there. Okay. Then we click to install. Let's hope it just goes without any problems. Success. Okay, so now let's take a look at our WordPress. Now look at all these tables that are in here now. Okay, so this is that install. Part of that install was creating this database. So we could look in here and we could see the users, see how they've hashed my password, right? Like good developers. Okay? And so that's my login name, my email, and these are, so I have users. That's already created. Okay? So let's log in now. So password was my password. Okay, so now we have this nice little dashboard that this is our WordPress backend that we can use to create our WordPress front end. Okay, so again, you can create an entire site without knowing any code. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go to our local host. Okay, so see I'm logged in, so it shows this toolbar. But let's log out here. Let's log out. And we're just going to go to the WordPress site. Okay, so this is the site as is, just from what we've done. Already this is what we have. Okay, this is the pre-made theme. This is a new theme. I guess they've updated this since the last time I did this. Okay. So we have our title up here. This is a blog post, so this is our first posting. So we have some recent posts. We can click here and see the post isolated. Okay. But so far we don't have any pages. Okay. So the first thing we can do is let's play with the theme. Let's adjust the theme. That'll be the easiest thing. So notice on the side here we have posts, so we could create new posts if we wanted to. So we have to log in to access this stuff. So here's some stuff. We could delete this post if we wanted to. Let's delete it. Move to trash. Oh, we can just trash it. So now if we go here and go to our site, no posts. Okay, so let's go back here. So that's our post, but let's skip ahead. Let's go down to appearance. Okay, this is where we can affect the appearance of our site very easily. Okay, so this is the current theme, 2014. So this is the default WordPress theme for 2014. Okay, so mine is, I use the default, I think I use 2012. It's a nice simple one. There's 2013. So as easy as one click. So let's use another browser now, just so that I stay logged out. So I'll go to login, localhost. Okay, so see that? Now it's a totally different site with one click. Okay, and let's go back now. So let's do another theme. Let's do 2012. Okay, different. And the beautiful thing about these themes is they're responsive out of the box. So if you use WordPress, you use the back end appropriately. So if you go, like, go to carmenbrange.com on your phone. And so if you get a responsive theme, so now without any work, like I didn't do any programming for this, so now it's a mobile friendly, right, with a nice mobile friendly menu. Okay? So there are many, many advantages to using a tool like this, okay? So so these are just 3 boring themes that come with the install. Let's add a new theme. Okay, so there are many, many, many themes that you can, custom themes, free themes. People make themes and sell them. That's like, people make a lot of money doing this stuff. Okay, so let's look at the featured themes. So here's some more. Here's one called 15. Here's one called Tech. Sorry. I'll show you in a second. Because you don't worry about the menu. The menu, you just add a page and it does it all for you. Okay, so let's look at let's see some other ones. Let's look for something random. Let's look for one called Funky. See what that brings up. Here's one called Super Slick. Let's install. So it's been rated. People rate these. Some of them are responsive, some of them aren't. Okay, so now I've installed the theme, so it downloaded it, automatically installed it onto my server, and now let's activate it right away, right out of the box, and let's have a look. There we go. Right, so I just reskinned my site instantly. So, imagine you're working for a client and you're able to say, oh, do you like this? Or how about this? Or this? Or this? Right, and it costs you nothing, or even if you have to pay $20 or even $100 for a theme, think of how long it would take you to code that theme. And if you're only paying minimum wage, $10 an hour, that's 10 hours, right? That it could take you about that long. So think, if you just pay $100, right? Now you can reuse that over and over and over again. Okay. So you can download themes. You can pay for themes. There are themes galore. It would take you longer to search for a theme than it would to code one yourself, because there are just so many. Okay, let's look for one more different one maybe. So let's look at the featured ones. They're good, I guess. So let's 15. Let's try that. Install. Okay, activate. And let's try it. Okay, so yet another theme. I kind of like the last one the best. Okay, so let's get into, so that's theme. We can look at sort of customization and some widgets in a minute. But let's go back to pages. Okay, so in WordPress there are 2 main concepts. So there are posts and there are pages. Okay, so pages, like in my site, on my website, I don't really use, well, I kind of use posts. So I have posts like these here, so it's sort of a blog. Like, so I have posts that show up here, but then inside here, these are all pages, right, that are more like static pages that don't ever change. So what we can do is we can go into our WordPress and we can add a new page. Okay, so we could call this projects. Okay, and then we have a nice little WYSIWYG editor right here. Right? We don't have to do any. We don't have to use any HTML or CSS. So we could give it a parent. Like, so we could have. See here in my page how I have. Let's see. What do I have? Do I have any subpages? No, I don't. But I could have, like, pages could have subpages, and then the menu, the theme takes care of it for you. Okay. So let's add. So we can create the order that it comes up, but let's say, okay, this is the page, or welcome to my projects page. This is where I will display all my projects. Okay, and then let's say I want to put in an image. So let's see, where have they changed this up a little bit since I last used it? Oh, it's the kitchen sink. Here we go. Insert. Where do we insert? Add media. There we go. Okay, and then so I can just drag in a file. So let's find a picture somewhere. Okay, so here's a nice one of a nice beach. Oops. Okay, so now we can just click and drag it over. Okay. Oh, error exceeds. Okay, let's find a small one. Where did my picture folder? Okay. Let's. Do I have a small? Let's go back here. Let's see. Oh, here's one. So we'll go back to WordPress. Okay, so there's the photo, upload it. I can give it a title, a caption if I want. Carmen's face, alt text, description, insert into page. Okay, and then I can do things. I can size it. Can we resize it? I think we can. Where do we resize it now? I guess it's just small, medium, or large. Image. Where do we set the sizes for this? Used to be able to just edit image. So then we can pick the zoom, okay, and we can set the where it sits in the text. So let's do it like this, left, and we can give it a title, update. Okay. So now let's save this, or we'll publish it. Okay, and now let's go back to our page. So now notice what happened here. In our menu, now it's automatically loaded. So we don't have to do anything for our menu. We just click here, and now we go to our page. Okay. So let's and then we can let's change the theme back. I like the other theme. I liked come on. It's my local host. So slow.
When you are trying to access this page, if you show that this page is made in WordPress, right?
Not really.
But we are going to put the URL.
Oh, no. You don't have. You can put it. You can call that directory anything, or you.
No, not in the local host when it is in the website.
No. Yeah, you can make it anything. You you can set an Apache. You can set the URL almost to be anything. You can control that. Like if you don't want people to know it's a WordPress site, I mean, people will, like, technical people will know, but you can make it not obvious. All right. Okay, let's go back here. Why isn't this working now? Connection has been lost. What? Okay. Okay, so let's put it back on this super slick. And let's look at a couple of more things. So let's look at some widgets. So maybe, I think in the 20 minutes, let's see if we can set up an e-commerce site. We probably could. Let's do it. Let's see if we can do it. There's one called, what was it called? Woocommerce. So we're going to go to Appearance. We're going to go to, oh no, not Appearance. We're going to go to Plugins. So plugins are little bits of functionality. So you can add themes, but you can also download plugins. So the easy one was called Woocommerce, I believe, or let's just search for Woo. Oh no, I don't want to search. I want to add a new one. Woo. Let's see here. Woo. Is it this one? Google Web Fonts. No, we don't want that. No. Commerce. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to install this. So transforming, you could set up a yes. Let's see if we can set up a store in 20 minutes. Okay. So it's installing. Okay, activate. So, here we go. So let's go to the settings. Let's just see if we can. It's been a little while since I set this up. I think we can do this by memory. So we'll set it to Canada. Okay. Selling, we can say all store notice. Okay, currency, we want the Canadian dollar, and we want it on the left. And okay, front end styles. Okay. So now what we can do here is, so see how Woo has installed itself sort of here. Okay, so oh, sorry. So first we have to do this. So install WooCommerce pages. And if I remember correctly, this will create the pages for us. Like so remember, I created my own projects page. This should create the Woo for it. Okay, thanks, all done. So let's go back here, and so we should have a page now. So here we go: product, shop, cart, checkout. Right? It's all instant for us, right? So let's, that project, sorry, not products, but we can go here and shop. Okay, so now let's go back to our WooCommerce thing here, and we can let's set up products. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to add a product that we want to sell. So what do we sell, guys? What are we selling in our store? What do we want to sell?
Mobile phones.
Mobile phones? Okay. Why is this taking so long? Okay, I'm going to reset my server. So I'm going to go to products. Okay, so here's our product page. So we can add a product. So let's call it, so what do we sell? We sell the Samsung Galaxy S3. So let's do this. Okay, if you do this for real, you have to get permission to use images. Okay, so now I'm going to go back here, add media. Where was it? S3. Insert. Okay, and we could say, check out this super cool phone. Okay, and now, so we could have a SKU number. So how much do these go for? Let's say they used to be $5.99. I saw them at Factory Direct for $3.49, I think. And we can set some inventory, some shipping, some shipping information. But let's just add it. So we're going to publish. Okay, and refresh. So here we go. So I didn't give it a thumbnail, but so it says there's a sale on this. So let me add it to my cart now. Okay, let's check out my cart. Here's my cart. This would take you months to program, to do this, and this has all been tested. This is ready to go. Okay, and let's say if somebody wants to open up a web portal, they hire you. With these tools, you could sell this to almost anyone, because you could say, I could do it for $500, because how long it would take you? Maybe 3 or 4 days to set it up, maybe, right? Depending on how many products they have, and or maybe not. Maybe 500 is a little low, but definitely, you could quote someone 1,000, 2,000 for a site like this, and then any store can afford that, right? To set up an e-commerce site. So then we can proceed to checkout.
Why is not displaying the image?
I didn't set it. I just rushed through the product setup. I didn't go through everything. Like if we go back here, I think let's see. Where was is there a thumbnail? Oh, yeah, product image. Oh, what the heck. I don't know why this is choking here. An error occurred. What? Upload files. Something's up with my server. I'm not sure why it's choking, but it's just a question that I didn't set it up. But you can go through and do it, and then we haven't set up the. I believe with this we can go through PayPal. So let's see here. Let's just quickly look at. Yeah. I think it would be in our settings. We'd have to look through here and set up the merchant account. No, it's not here. But you have it's just as simple as just giving it your PayPal credentials and tying it to your PayPal account. So that's how easy it is to to set up a see, and so PayPal's already included, right? How easy it is to set up a website, right? And so there are sites and sites and sites, that have WordPress themes, okay? And there are other content management applications too. So there's Drupal, Concrete 5 is another popular one. So here, this is the actual WordPress theme site. There are third-party ones as well. So Woo Themes and Theme Forest. Those are two big sites that have themes. So you can just search through there and look for one that you like. Okay? Okay, so for this week's lab, this is the final lab, is I want you to redo your assignment 1 in WordPress. Okay? Same content, but so pick a theme, and then you can just copy and paste the content into WordPress. But I want you to set it up, and then you can show me next week. Okay?
What do you think the design of this